Hey everybody, it's Meaty. I think I gotta work on that intro. What do you guys think? I was trying to think of a way to make sure that I monitor my time better. And you know, I tried the iPod and I tried my phone just a second ago, but the timer alarm is so loud I couldn't turn it down. So I noticed that right there on the camera right there, there's a little elapsed time counter. So yeah. Hey, you know, whatever. Anyway, E3. Guns was talking about E3, things that you guys are, you know, would be looking forward to hearing about, and things that we're looking forward to seeing. For me, last year was my first year at E3, the Electronics Entertainment Expo, E3. I don't know. It's about video games, and I don't know. So I didn't know what to expect before last year. This year I kind of know what to expect as far as how the convention is and stuff, and I don't know, I just like going there and seeing things. I like meeting the people, running into people that we know, meeting maybe some other new YouTubers, or you know, not new, but other people that I don't really know, talking to some of the industry people that we know, and maybe making some new industry contacts, because that's a good time to make some contacts there. You know, in the business of YouTube, if you can, you know, get some information or knowledge from these guys before everyone else can, that can be good to pass it on to you guys. So it's good to have contacts there. If you're, you know, if you're serious, here's a weird statement. If you're serious about video games, but if you do YouTube and stuff like that, it's something that you really don't want to miss out on. It's not the most spectacular thing, to be honest with you guys. They've got these, you know, really huge, epic display units and stuff, and sound and music, and all the booth girls walking around. It's pretty cool, but it's not like the lines for the games are really long. If you want to test them out, they're pretty long, unless you get like a private testing or private seating. But overall, I'm just looking forward to running into some friends and meeting some new people, and maybe running into some games that I don't know that are coming out. You know, like last year that happened. A couple of games, like, what is that? You know, and I walked over and said, wow. You know, one thing last year I did get to play early was Far Cry 3, and that's why I ended up doing the playthrough on it. Well, I love Far Cry anyway, but we got to go hands-on with it, and a bunch of other games. So, what was it? Borderlands? Yeah, Borderlands, and a couple other things. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Seeing some friends, maybe making some new friends, seeing some industry people, and checking out all the games. Just trying to have a good time. You know, I get to take a week off of work, and that's good enough for me, to be honest with you guys. But moving on to my topic, something a little bit different today. I always get asked questions about what do you guys record with? What do you use to record? What do you use to render? I was just going to talk about, in relation to video games, some of the stuff that I use. And just briefly, because I've done videos about some of the equipment, some of the technology that I use. I'm going to be doing some reviews pretty soon. I got some new equipment here to test out for you guys, so I'll be doing that pretty soon. But in general, what I use, let's start with consoles. I always point over here. That last video, the camera was right here, pointing that way. So right here is the chair. You guys finally got to see that part where the console section is. So what I use to record in console, I used to use the HD PVR, Hauppauge's HD PVR, the #1. I mean, they have a 2 out now. It wasn't called 1. It was just the model 1010 HD PVR. Used it for years. Still have it. Still works. I just put it in the closet over there. Never let me down. Always worked really good. Solid unit. Good price. It was great. Now I went with the Elgato. The Elgato is about, it's smaller than my phone, even though my phone's really big. All right, it's about this big. About this big, about that thick. It's not that big. With Xbox, you have HDMI out and HDMI into your recorder, and then pass through the HDMI to your TV set or your monitor or whatever. For PS3, it's got a hybrid cable. It's like component on one end, and it's like an HDMI going into the other end, because they have encoding on there because of the Blu-ray player. Brings up another topic. curious to see next-gen consoles. If Xbox releases a Blu-ray player, are they going to have HDCP encryption? So that means you can't record with your HDMI cable? I haven't heard anybody talk about that. Remember, you heard it here first. I'm curious about that because a lot of Xbox people say, well, we can record with HDMI and PS3 can't. Well, it's because PS3 has a Blu-ray player, but that's for another video. That's what I use, Elgato capture card, and I think they're coming out with even a newer one now. It's nice because it's small. Software package is really good that goes on the PC. It works really well. Quickly for the PC, I have a program, a software program called Fraps. Fraps is kind of the old school original software recording program. They've done some upgrades to it recently. It used to cut your recording up into sections, like maybe 3 gigabyte sections. Now you can do it all into one, which is nicer for me. You don't have to move around so many files. And I also use a program called DxTory. So if you're looking for PC recording and you're new to it, Fraps and DxTory. Fraps is a little bit more intensive on your CPU. DxTory is a little bit lighter. And with DxTory, some of the benefits to that is you can actually play in 1080p but record in 720p, because most people, like me, upload in 720p. There's no real reason to upload 1080p, not to YouTube. So you can play in 1080p to see, for you, the 1080p, but record in 720p. And also you can do individual audio lines. So you have game audio, voice audio, you can have Skype audio on a different line. And if something goes wrong with your audios, you can adjust your audio levels within like your rendering program. And the rendering program I use is Sony Vegas 9. I know a lot of people have problems with the newer 10 and 11. I don't know how far it's up, but Sony Vegas 9 is solid. That's what I use. I also have I have the Creative Suite of Adobe here with Photoshop and Premiere, so I could use Premiere. Now, some of the stuff I'm looking at now is AverMedia has come out, like Blitzkrieg, with new products, and they have a hardware solution to PC recording where it actually goes on your PCI. It's a PCI card, and you basically loop out through that just like you would like the Elgato. It's kind of an inline thing. You loop your HDMI in, HDMI out to your TV, and what it does is it takes all of that power away from your CPU and puts it on this card, so it doesn't bog your system down. It's a very interesting idea. I know it's been around for a while, but they've kind of mastered it now and keep updating it. They've got like a 1080p version that does 60 frames per second. Used to be that all the 1080p stuff would limit it down to 30 frames per second. So basically that's what I use for recording. I could do another, if you guys really like this style of vlog on the Dumber Thoughts, I could talk about maybe some of the microphones and stuff that I use, because I had a hard time finding good microphones, and no one puts that information out there. It's like they want to keep it for themselves or something, but I've done a lot of different things. I've got like 3 or 4 different mics here that I've used. So for consoles, I currently use the Elgato, but I use the Hauppauge HD PVR for a long time with no issues. And on PC, currently I'm using Fraps and or DxTory, and I'm going to be trying out the AverMedia Live Gamer HD, something like that. I don't know. It's coming in the mail. Come in the mail to do like an unboxing and reveal, stuff like that. So look forward to that, possibly, maybe so. They also have a portable version like the Elgato, so interesting to kind of put those things up head to head. I thought that might be an interesting topic for you guys in relation to video games, because I get a ton of questions. Most YouTubers do get a lot of questions about people wanting, you know, maybe some helpful information on recording or just in general. And that's some of the stuff I do. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching Dumb Thoughts vlog. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Oh, one thing before I go. I don't know, I can't tell you how cool, you know, you can see the pictures that Guns puts up at the end of these videos. When I see like the kids and the parents and the guys and gals out all over the place wearing our t-shirts and sending in pictures, man, I don't know, it kind of like, it kind of hits you right here, you know, that it puts a face on the other end of this. Like I'm looking at this camera, but it puts a face like I'm actually talking to you guys, and seeing you guys sending those pics like that, it's awesome. It's awesome. One of the main reasons why most YouTubers do this is the interaction and the effect that we have on you guys. So I want to thank you guys for sending in that stuff. That's just awesome. I just seen it, and I told myself I have to mention that. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.